Greetings and salutations from the My One Cent podcast. Welcome back, everyone, to another great episode, a Super Bowl, post Super Bowl episode. So you know that we're probably going to be heavy on the Super Bowl recap. The GOAT might get a little free agency talk. Hey, there he is. Might get a little free agency talk, but we got a whole offseason to talk about that stuff, and maybe a fun little segment at the end. So, hey, the man, the GOAT, the greatest. Did it again. Did it again for another team. His first year on that team. And now this is not going to be a Brady thing that I'm starting off with. I'm just, just saying, bro. You guys know how I feel about the man. So, I don't know. I'm tongue-tied because I didn't expect that kind of a game in the sense of offensively for Kansas City. I did not expect them to not score a touchdown. That's fucking crazy. With that team, with those guys. You know what you got to give a lot of credit to? I haven't really heard it. I'm sure they've talked about it. Is the two coordinators on Tampa Bay. You got to give them a majority of the credit when it came to the game planning, execution. Dude, this game, they played with the Chiefs in the regular season. The score didn't really show how dominant the Chiefs were offensively because, they put up almost 550 yards on Tampa Bay's defense. Like I said, it was a close game score-wise, but they dominated that game. And then, the Saints outscored them 72-26 in the two games they played. And what did happen in the playoffs? Different story. Defense stepped up. Brady did what he had to do. And they moved on. Same thing against the Chiefs. They figured out what they needed to do to win the games. And they did. So big props to, even though somebody confused, I don't know if you heard that, somebody confused Leftwich for Bowles. And they asked him, well, what did you do on defense? He goes, yeah, that's not me, man. Wrong guy. That's embarrassing. But so big, credit to those two guys, Bowles and Leftwich, because they called a hell of a game. The Chiefs got dominated. Personally, they got dominated. Kansas City had some injuries on the offensive line. Their number one, overall pick from years ago gone. Another offensive tackle gone. I get it. They had issues, but hey, bro, you gotta deal with these things. That's part of the game. So they were getting to him all night long. It seemed like he was running all over the place. It just they didn't have that game that the Chiefs had. That's it. Plain and simple. They were outcoached. They were outplayed. Everything. And the Bucs did everything they had to do. They ran the ball well effectively, which was something that they had to do against them. What's his face? Jones and the other dude.
Fournette great.
Fournette had 89 yards, a touchdown. Jones had 60+ yards, and they both had a 5+ carry average. Dude, and they both ran. They had multiple double-digit carries, so they took advantage of that, and it worked well.
Did Le'Veon Bell get a snap?
I didn't even know if was he even suited up.
Or
he was an afterthought. He was like I was an afterthought. I forgot that he played for Kansas City.
Yeah, it was just Hilaire and the other kid, Darrell Williams. That's it.
Yeah. Now I was hearing a lot about the refs' impact on the game. I don't think so. I watched a little bit of highlights again today. I had a couple of drinks last night, so I wanted to just refresh the memory. And I'm sorry, other than that one in the end zone that I think was uncatchable, I don't think any of the other calls were.
The one on Mike Evans was horrible.
I saw him up close.
You can't call. There's tripping is not a call in football.
Oh no, he did. Didn't he grab his foot?
No.
That's what I thought. He swiped at his foot, and that's why they made the call because you don't really see that often. You don't see a tripping call ever.
He didn't.
So I know guys get tangled. I don't know, but he was on the ground. He was like, I saw it quickly.
Feet got tangled up before.
I could have sworn when he fell, he swiped at his leg.
Feet got tangled up. Whatever. Look, the proof right there.
Okay, well I'll have to watch the highlight again.
That's a picture from when I rewinded it. Look.
I saw it in real time, quick, and it looked to me like he went and he, like he's gonna get away from me. Fuck it, I might as well commit the penalty because if not, he's gonna score on my ass. But anyway, okay. I still don't think that they were like over the top calls. These happen all the time.
See, that's the thing, bro. And I get it. When you talk about, the ref didn't do anything to win the game, Chiefs didn't score a touchdown. There's such thing as momentum in sports. So when you got the call when Tyrann Mathieu got the pick, who the fuck was holding? Nobody was holding. It was a 7-3 ball game. And Tyrann Mathieu, if they keep the call, who knows if Chiefs score there? It's momentum swings, bro.
Well, they were talking about it on the broadcast, and when I saw the highlight today, the guy even said it. They show the replay of the guy being held by the corner. He grabbed his shoulder and he held on to him. I'm just saying, it's not a horrible call. It wasn't like it was blatant.
ticky-tack,
Okay,
bro.
but I mean, hey.
It's the Super Bowl, man.
Shit, I don't think it was to the point of people complaining about it, making it as, oh, that's what gave them the win. No, what gave them the win was a dominating defense. They stopped one of the best offenses in football, one of the best trios.
I don't think early in the game you can really say, oh, you know, that's what won the game. I'm just saying it's good. It's blatant enough that it caused momentum swings, bro. That's real in sports, by the way.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I
don't agree with people saying, oh, how can you say it was the rest? They won 31-9. It doesn't matter about that. It doesn't matter. There's momentum swing. If Tyrann Mathieu gets that interception and the call doesn't, there's no call, who knows how the game changes? If they don't call that stupid ass PI on the tripping call, it's 4th down instead of them going down the field and getting a touchdown. It's different, man. It causes.
No. Look, momentum is a thing. You can't deny that. But also, the Chiefs are a dominant team, and they should have found a way to, get past some of this stuff. I guess that's the only thing I can say, because it's part of the game. Bad calls, it's human error. What are you gonna do? We're all. So it's horrible. It's tough when it happens in a game of this magnitude, but I don't feel that made that much of a difference in the game, in the sense I think Tampa Bay was just dominant. They were just dominant. Whether it was a call here or call there, they did the things they had to do. They stopped Kansas City. I mean, yeah, a little here, maybe a little momentum, but they're one of the best teams in the league, dude. They should be able to come out and do what they have to do. So, and they did it the first time they played them. So, I mean, by the way, gentlemen, again, thank you for joining me. I don't know. Usually I get you guys early, but Brandon, Alex, and hopefully Justin will be joining soon. He said he would be ready, but I guess not. And so we'll see if we get him in tonight. So I'll go around the horn with you guys. I mean, I said what I had to say. I thought, and you know what I said, I didn't want to blow out. I wanted a close game. I wanted one of them games where the team has to have the ball at the end to win. But this one didn't bother me that much, even though, the score sucked. I mean, you don't expect Kansas City to put up 9 points, 3 field goals. Like, that's insane. The fact that they didn't get in the end zone with Kelsey and Hill and all the weapons that they have, dude, they didn't fucking get it. I mean, Kelsey had a good game. He had 10 catches for 133 yards, but no touchdowns. What's his face? Mahomes, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks. I don't know. I should have looked it up, how many sacks he's had throughout the year, but I don't think that's normal. I don't think it's normal for him to get sacked 3 times in a game. So, like, everything went.
Didn't Miami sack him 3 times? Didn't Miami sack him 3 times in our game?
Probably.
I think it was 3 sacks and 3 picks.
I think you're right.
3 sacks, 3 picks, and a fumble.
I don't think it's a regular thing with him, is what I mean. So,
no, I'm just saying that's our defense. It's the same thing.
Because our defense was dominant, and the fact that they were able to get to him that much says a lot about what.
And the only reason that I think they put 30 points on us is because we couldn't fucking move the football or score.
And again, they have a dominant offense. I mean, that's clear. So, like I said, I'll go around the horn with you guys. You had already gotten a few things, and I'll let Alex go first, and then we'll come back to you. So, Alex, what were your thoughts on the game?
It was glorious. Look, this is by far Brady's best playoff. Like, the way he made it, he beat in one playoff, right? He beat Breeze, Aaron Rodgers, and Mahomes. 3 MVPs in a whole. I don't think that's ever happened in history of the NFL.
Nope.
So. And mind you, on the road. This is not all at Tampa. So when he was in New England, everything was at home in Foxborough for the most part, right? But look, Kansas City, I thought it was a bad game plan because you knew, first of all, when they played at Tampa, when Tyreek Hill went berserk, you knew Todd Bowles was gonna go cover 2. Then he was not gonna let Tyreek Hill beat him again. So and on cue. What Todd Bowles did, he had 2 single high safeties back the whole game, and trusted that he rushed 4 guys almost the whole game. He barely blitzed, and he got to him, right. So I feel the Chiefs, the Bieniemy, and they didn't adjust. They couldn't find a way to get Hill. He only had 2 catches like in the first 3 quarters, until he had like garbage time catches at the end of the game. Right. Yeah. And Kansas City had there was a lot of questionable calls. In the first half, a lot. That on the field goal attempt where the Kansas City guy was offsides, that was bad. That was a big penalty.
Absolutely.
Now, do you agree? Was it out? Because I didn't see the. Was the offsides? Okay. I'm just making sure it wasn't a ref that actually happened.
That was for sure a penalty. And then there was two plays where Tyreek Hill has the ball right here, drops it, and then Kelsey on that 3rd down right here drops it also. So those are momentum killing plays, right? That could have been, that could have turned the whole game. And I thought Kansas City, they didn't run the ball enough. it was all air it out. And Hilaire had some pretty good runs.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you that. I thought he had some big runs
in some spots. You know what I mean? But I just thought they abandoned the run too quickly. You know, because look at Tampa Bay. That offensive line was fantastic. Brady only got sacked one time yesterday. Once. He had, for the most part, he had all day to throw. Right?
Yes, he did.
That's why. Fournette, Ronald Jones had a lot of success running the ball.
They did.
They manhandled Kansas City's D-line, and there was no injuries on that defensive line in Kansas City, so I don't want to hear any excuses about that. So the offensive line, that's a whole different story, obviously. You know, because Mahomes was running for his life in many points of the game, right? But no, I mean, look, Gronk had big plays, right? So I think Godwin only had like
6 catches for 7 yards.
I think Mike Evans only had 2 catches. Yeah, I mean, Mike Evans only had
1 catch.
1 catch the whole game. So
yeah, I think he had only 1 catch.
So the thing is, man, with Tampa,
1 catch for 31 yards.
There's so many ways they can beat you. They got a lot of guys. So it's going to be interesting to see. They're not going to be able to keep that team because you have to pay Shaq Barrett. He's a free agent. He's going to want to get paid, obviously. Godwin, I'm not sure they're going to be able to keep. So because you still got Gronk has to get. Gronk.
I heard they're gonna keep Godwin already.
Okay. So we'll see.
Hilaire was 9 for 64, 7-yard average. He did.
Yeah, I mean he ran the ball.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he ran the ball, but
9 carries. Come on, man.
But again, Todd Bowles said this. I'm gonna stop Hill down the field, beat me underneath. They couldn't beat him. They couldn't find the way to get in the end zone, and that's how you have. That's the only way you beat Kansas City. You have to if you avoid the deep ball, that's But again, their linebackers are studs. That Devin White and Levante David, those guys are disgusting.
No, the defense definitely came to play in the playoffs.
And a Dolphins first round or second round that we should have gotten Winfield Jr. That kid's gonna be good. But we went another route. That's a whole other segment for another day.
Fine, bro. According to Devonta Smith, he is the best cornerback he faced in his career in college. So hey, let's see, bro. Let's see what happens.
I don't know. If
you know what's funny? That they posted the highlight of that game of Auburn versus Alabama, and Devonta Smith routed the shit out of him on every fucking route. They just didn't throw the ball to Devonta Smith.
maybe there's a reason why they didn't throw the ball to him.
Somebody must have paid him to say that comment. Somebody must have paid him to say that comment.
Oh, and he played in the slot in that game, by the way. I think I heard. So I'm just saying, you said he never played in the slot in college, so I'm just saying. I think he played a couple times in the slot there against Smith. Just saying.
Just
anyway,
for me.
You were saying, Alex?
No. That Tampa Bay. Look, they got hot at the right time, man. They got hot. They won like 4 or 5 games in a row to end the season, and then on the road beat the Saints. Drew Brees into retirement, presumably, right?
Yeah, I think he's gone.
They beat the State Farm guy. He's gone. And
he's engaged, by the way.
Engaged, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Engaged. And they beat the other State Farm kid. So
I mean, look, bro, what this guy did, what he's done, and what he will continue to do, because I think Mahomes will retire before Brady.
Hold on.
I'm just saying.
He didn't beat no fucking body in the NFC Championship game. The defense won that. He took 3 interceptions. He fucking sucked that game. Save that bullshit for somebody else, because it ain't gonna fly.
Double picks too. Rodgers threw picks too.
Oh, but Brady won this, and Brady didn't go through motherfucking shit.
Brett Favre is one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, and that guy
didn't beat Aaron Rodgers. Let's call it for what it is. This is why people keep saying he's the GOAT, because it's dumb shit like this, these little dumb comments. He beat Aaron Rodgers. It's dumb, bro. Terrible.
And his team, the team he led into Green Bay, beat the team that is quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Shall we?
Yeah. You said it. Momentum is a thing. Brady carries momentum anywhere he goes. He's like Tiger Woods. When Tiger Woods will hit the fucking course, everybody was already 1 stroke down when they took the course against Tiger Woods, basically.
Yeah, David. Let's not act like he just went into Lambeau and just started throwing the ball over the field and just beat the shit out of Green Bay. Because that was not him who won that game.
But football's a team sport, bro. Don't forget that, too. Just saying. But
so why was that?
Brady as quarterback.
Okay, hold on. You say it's a team sport.
Quarterback has done more than any other quarterback.
Hypocrite. You say it's a team sport. But why, when ESPN came out, you said Tom Brady beat Aaron Rodgers and then Tom Brady beat Patrick Mahomes. Why not the Bucs beat the team?
It's a term that we use. Reading into the stupid shit. Moving on. He is the greatest quarterback to ever play the fucking game. Period. Plain and simple. The numbers are there. The titles are there. Even though titles to me don't matter as much, but he has those too. He has everything. He has all. And he's still fucking playing. Half the guys that he played with that are all in the Hall of Fame, and he's still fucking going. Get the fuck out of here.
You think he could play 20 years in the NFL, but when Marino was playing? Absolutely not.
We don't know that. You can't say that either if you don't know that. I'm just saying.
When Marino played in this year's NFL, well, you can't even to the quarterback. He'll play 30 years, 35 years.
Yeah, if you look at it like that, and it's because Marino had the injuries and shit. But remember, his Achilles didn't happen when he got hit. So let's not forget, he didn't get hit when he
13 is the greatest quarterback of all time. Get that shit straight.
He is the greatest pure passing quarterback I've ever seen. You're right. I'll give you that. So, do you want to? You had any takes on the game, Buttlick? Let's go.
I mean, bro, Patrick Mahomes had a bad game, bro. That's all it is.
It ain't the defense that did it. It was Pat Mahomes just had a bad game.
No, defense balled out. Good game.
Just saying, bro. I love it because obviously you picked Kansas City, so you're gonna come from the Kansas City, and we're obviously the winners because we picked Tampa Bay, so we're coming from it's so much funny how to hear the different perspectives and the different just the momentum that you bring. It's so low to our high because obviously hey, wait, why don't you post that picture again there, Alex? Your background.
Post it again, Alex.
Let's put that up one more time for the fans.
Come on, my fans.
Let's remind people.
Come on, my fans, screenshotters.
Damn.
Screenshot fans.
That was this gentleman yesterday, Mr. Brandon over here at Brandon's View _ So if anybody wants to it,
my Instagram screenshotters.
Listen, I don't blame you for thinking that. A lot of people
Chardonnay sippers, baby.
A lot of people thought that. Even Jim Rome fucking was like, oh, he was hyping Brady and at the end he said, but this is what's gonna happen. And everybody had it going against Brady, but that's fine. That's how he wants it, bro. This couldn't have ended any better for him, honestly. If he retired right now, I wouldn't blame him, but I don't think he's going to. He's coming back. He already said it. So now let me ask you, depending on what they lose next, we don't know what they're gonna lose yet. Are they favorites?
Fuck no.
Okay, I'm just asking, bro. Hey, they're the champs. I mean, they got to get consideration to be favorites next year if they bring back a majority of their team. I mean, look, regular season-wise, they didn't have a great record in the regular season. Like you said, they got hot. A la the Giants, when they did it in the year they did it, they were 6 seed. Green Bay did the same thing in the 6 seed. They came in, they went on the road, they won every game, so it happened. But they didn't have a great regular season. Let's not sit and pretend that guy.
By the way, we're playing Tampa Bay next year at Tampa.
Woo. Don't they play in New England next year?
Yeah, Tampa Bay plays at New England.
Woo. That's gonna be fun.
That should be the first game. That should be the first game for Tampa Bay.
That's gonna be fun.
It can be the first game because Tampa plays at New England. Remember, the Super Bowl winner get the home game first.
They gotta change it up to make it do the ring ceremony.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. You know what? I forgot to do this at the beginning, but real quick before we keep going, I just want to give a shout out. This week's shout out to the Different Juice podcast. Check it out. These three dudes are funny as shit. And I'm not gonna take their fire with their topic, but they were talking the other day. It was funny. Could you date a porn star? And I'm curious. I'm not gonna get into it. I just want to ask you quick. Yes,
that's a good topic.
Could you guys date a porn? Yeah, but I don't want to take somebody else's topic. I mean, I'm giving them a shout out, and I'm not gonna take their topic. But I mean, like, wait, what the fuck? That's how people do things. We talk. And we'll piggyback off their show. I didn't hear everything that they were saying, but most of it seemed like they wouldn't do it either. Yeah. Could you date a porn star? You guys?
Of course.
You can date a porn star.
Absolutely.
Okay, date. Yeah. You marry a porn star? Would you have kids with a porn star?
No.
Probably not. No.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't. No, dating is not a problem.
Okay. All right. No, because they were talking about that. It was funny though. It was funny. I thought it was funny.
Now let me ask you: is this a famous, like, well-known porn star, or like a under the radar up?
No, I mean I didn't. It was a clip that I caught.
Because if it's someone famous, then
specific names. They were just, the topic itself was, I think they were talking about someone that, but it was before the clip came out. I didn't really hear. Then they got into Jimmy G real quick
I mean, I went to school with a few of them, so I wouldn't.
I guess dating is one thing because I guess you'll want to, you'll be like, oh shit, yeah, man, I'm fucking this porn stuff. But then think about it. You know how many dudes have been in there, bro? Like look, there's this one porn star, I forget her name. She's pregnant and she's still fucking getting naked and shit in front of like that. That's fucked up, man. I'm sorry, but that's fucked up. Right. You're pregnant, bro. At least respect the fucking motherhood shit. Go fucking take a break. Get off the goddamn camera. How many dicks are probably gonna hit that kid in the head? He's not gonna know who's who. He's not gonna know who's who. Colors going in, and she's married to a guy who does porn. See, how the fuck do you do that? How does that work? I mean, man, you gotta be the most secure. Like to be able to marry a porn star, and both of you be porn stars. You both have to be like super like confident and no issues because you're fucking all the time. Different people. I don't know if I could watch my girl get plowed by like 3 different dudes, bro. I don't know how guys do that, bro.
From my understanding, a lot of them just don't watch it. So.
Well, I knew a dude who had his girlfriend was a stripper, and he would go to the strip club and watch her. He would sit in the corner like a freak and just sit there. He was a fucking jealous guy, which I don't know how he didn't shoot himself in the head inside the fucking club watching this. Just put a gun into his mouth and just boom, because he would sit there and watch her. Do dances and do all that shit, and he was super jealous. I don't know how that worked for him. I don't know how he got past that, but that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. No, I mean, hey, I guess that's the only way he was able to get past it because she had the money, but she wasn't that hot anyway, so at all, actually. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, we jumped on something else, but again, Different Juice Podcast. Check them out. They have an Instagram. They're 3 dudes. They're funny. Give them a check, give them a listen, and tell them the My One's in Podcast sent you. So, moving on. We hit the refs. We talked about the game. I gave you the coordinator. I gave you my thoughts. Halftime show, real quick. I liked it, actually, and I don't really care much for the halftime show, but I was talking shit about the Weeknd. I was like, oh, the Weeknd halftime show? Really? What has he done? But because I feel like the Super Bowl halftime show is for people who, I don't know, bro. It's just he hasn't done enough for me to be a halftime show guy, bro. I'm just sorry. It's just not to me. I'm used to praying.
You think Bruno Mars has?
The thing was, for me,
The Weeknd is a fucking legend, bro.
For me, the thing about it is, I don't know much about The Weeknd. I feel like Bruno's more of an entertainer, dances and does all this shit, and he was entertaining.
What The Weeknd does.
Weeknd doesn't dance. Did you see him dance yesterday? He's horrible at it. He's a horrible dancer. But I really enjoyed the fucking show. I thought he did a good job. I like his song.
I got dizzy when he was in that whole the mirror.
That shit was cool though.
That was a show. That's what to me.
This is the problem. This is the thing that I have, right? This is the. Go ahead, Alex.
When they showed that scene of The Weeknd going through the mirrors, I thought it was Tua trying to find a receiver open. I was like, oh shit.
They were saying that was Mahomes in the pocket all night.
I just couldn't.
That was Mahomes in the pocket all night running. Look, it was a production, and I like a production, bro. So I thought he did what you're supposed to do for Super Bowl halftime shows.
I think if it wasn't pandemic, it would have been a lot better because he's really good at this. Like I thought he did great. I thought it was his videos, his music is great. The thing is, this is what I don't like, right? When you don't, and I'm not talking about obviously not any of you guys, but one of the wives from one of the Bills players, she's like our age, she's very young actually, and she's like, oh, whatever happened to uplifting music and all this, and it's like, listen, that's not gonna fly because The Weeknd is like a dark artist, right? So he's not gonna change his music just because
all his songs are about cocaine, no, some shit like that.
Not really. It's just he's just a dark entertainer, bro. And he's not. And honestly, bro, he's not really like that in real life, from what my understanding.
I thought he did a good job. I thought he did a really.
But he's a dark artist, naturally. Like that's just him as an artist. So people thought he was gonna switch his style just because he was performing in the Super Bowl. It doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, that's not J-Lo Shakira. Yeah, my nigga, because you're a man. Of course you're gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? Weeknd is awesome. Weeknd is a great artist.
I thought it was good. Like, I don't go to concerts and I don't watch these guys perform. I listen to their music, so I don't know what they do. When they're the shows. But I was hearing a lot of people talk about, oh, he's not really a great dancer and that. So when he did his little moves here and there, people were like, oh, whatever. But I thought it was a good production.
He's a legend, bro.
He got on the field, everybody danced. Some people were making fun of the people with the shit on their face.
I thought it was the Jabberwockies.
Well, one guy put a picture of a jockstrap with a Josh. It was hilarious, yeah.
I thought the commercials sucked this year.
I didn't even really pay attention to them.
The commercials sucked.
Well, they said that they were saying before the game and leading up to the week, they were saying that this year wasn't it wasn't going to be a huge, as far as the commercials go, it wasn't going to be like in other years where we look forward to shit like that. It wasn't going to be that this year. So, I mean, whatever. I didn't really pay. There was one commercial. Was it yesterday's? Did they show the one of Brady and Gronk having a conversation and the internet being bad and what you hear and what you don't hear? They showed I saw it on Twitter. They had posted it. They said it might not make it, but it's hilarious. It's Gronk and Brady talking on a Zoom call or whatever, like on their phone. Brady says something, and then Gronk hears something else, and then it was funny, bro. I forgot exactly how they did it, but if you look it up, it's hilarious. I thought I sent it to you guys. Maybe not. So, yeah, I thought the halftime show was good. So, what the fuck was that?
How about?
All right. So, yeah, I thought the halftime show was good. A lot of people complained. I didn't. I didn't think it was going to be good.
He's a great artist, bro.
He won me with the show, the halftime show. I like his music. I like the songs he has. But I'd never seen him perform, so I didn't know what to expect from him. So, yeah. Well, fucking Justin, man. So I guess we're not going to have no Panther Buck talk this week.
He's watching.
Well,
He's watching the Panthers lose again tonight against Detroit.
That's you. Oh, they lose again? What do you mean they already have a loss? I thought they were still.
They lost to the Red Wings recently.
Last night. They're not playing right now.
Oh, I thought they were 6-0-2.
They lost last night.
The 27th ranked.
You're not going to win them all. You're not going to win them all. Okay, well, there you go. There's our Panther Buck talk for the day. Panthers finally got their first loss.
He just lost to the Wizards, so let's calm down with that. They fucking suck.
I don't know, bro. I'm hearing people some saying don't panic again, and some are panicking already. Like, I don't know, bro.
I've been panicking 4 games ago.
Don't worry, guys. Tyler Hero's better than Bradley Beal will ever be, guys. Don't worry.
I mean,
don't trade for Bradley Beal, guys. Don't worry.
That's crazy, bro.
Awful, bro.
I mean, but
I would like to chime in. I would like to chime in on something if I can.
Well, go ahead.
The NFL Hall of Fame writers should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah. How is Reggie Wayne not in? I'm sorry. How is
Zach Thomas not in?
How is Zach Thomas? I mean, look, I'm not trying to be biased because I'm a Dolphins fan and a Hurricanes fan, okay? Peyton Manning, 100%, I get it. He's first ballot, right? Who else made it? John Lynch, I don't know if he's really first. John Lynch, look, I think he's a great player.
He's a Hall of Famer. Maybe not first ballot, but he's Hall of Famer.
Look, Calvin Johnson was a stud, right? For 8 years. Let's keep this in mind. He only played for 8 years. Okay? So, if Calvin Johnson gets in, Reggie Wayne has to get in first ballot. That's just me. Mm-hmm. Okay? I mean, I get it.
I don't agree with her.
Calvin Johnson was a stud, but I mean, what's the criteria? Like, I don't know anymore. Like, what's the criteria? You know what I mean? How can you put Calvin Johnson first ballot, but T.O. took like 4 or 5 times? You know why? Because the writers don't like T.O. because he's an asshole.
Yeah, but T.O. doesn't even. You guys think T.O. touches Calvin Johnson?
T.O. has better numbers.
Yeah, but Calvin's only played 8 years.
Okay, but T.O. has better numbers.
How much better?
If you ask, like, I mean, generally speaking, T.O.'s like a top 5 receiver all time.
Some people believe that. Yes, I agree.
Calvin Johnson, I don't think is top 3, 4. I don't think so. No. All time.
I'll take Calvin over T.O. any day of the week.
I don't know, bro. I mean, look, Calvin Johnson was special, but I don't know, man. T.O.
But again, I don't want to fault Calvin Johnson because it's not his fault that the Lions sucked. Correct. You know what I mean? But T.O. played big in big games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I would take Randy Moss over Calvin Johnson any day of the week.
Oh,
that's just me. But no, I think he's a great player. But if you're gonna put him in, I mean, how is Reggie Wayne not a Hall of Famer? You know what I mean? Like first ballot. I don't get that. Like what is the criteria now? Like, do you have to be a nice guy? Like you can't be arrogant. Like what is it? You know what I mean?
Touch on Reggie Wayne, something you didn't mention. He also, let's not forget who played on the other side of him too. So you got to look at his numbers. Are so impressive because he had the other guy on the other, Harrison Marvin, or however these people like to call him on the show.
Of course.
So
Reggie Wayne doesn't even touch when it comes to average to Calvin. Calvin had 11,619 yards and 83 touchdowns. Reggie Wayne had 114,000 yards, 82 touchdowns. Calvin Johnson, 130 games, Reggie Wayne 216 games. So there's your answer right there when it comes to the Reggie Wayne side of things, and Calvin.
Well, again, Reggie Wayne played on the other side of Marvin Harrison too. Let's not forget that.
Right.
His numbers are still fucking. To me,
this is almost like 5 whole seasons more than Calvin.
To me, they both belong in the Hall of Fame.
But then
Calvin played with fucking bums all his entire career.
And then the NFL puts in a bum, Drew Pearson, a guy crying for 30 years. The guy's nowhere near an elite receiver. I'm sorry. I didn't watch that guy play in the 1970s or 60s, wherever he played. That guy was not an elite receiver. I'm sorry. You can cry all you want for 30, 40 years. You're not, bro. The Hall of Fame right now is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, it's not even like, oh my God, it's a privilege. It's like an honor. Like, anybody gets in nowadays.
Zach should be in. Zach Thomas should be in.
Yeah.
That's a given. I think Zach Thomas has better numbers than Urlacher, but no one's going to talk about that.
Apparently. I know that there's certain stats that he is better than Urlacher, and people just... The problem is he played in the era with Urlacher, so Urlacher always had the spotlight as one of the best linebackers in the game. Ray Lewis in those times. I think Ray Lewis and them came out close to each other as well. So you got to take all the guys that he had playing in those days. But still, bro, this little motherfucker from fucking Texas Tech came in here, fucking dominated his position, and he was great. He was great for us. Man, that's stupid, man. He was a good dude off the field. He never had any issues. And he was a good teammate from what I can tell. Everybody always said. I mean, he had he was a total package. And he should have been in the Hall of Fame the first time. I'm sorry. He should have been. If Urlacher made it first ballot, he should be first ballot. I'm sorry.
I don't know the criteria. I haven't gotten a response from anybody that's like a writer that votes. Like, I don't know what the criteria is anymore. I don't know. Like, I don't know who's worse, NFL, the baseball writers, or the NFL. I don't know. They both suck.
I'm sorry, bro. And I know. I have a feeling I have a feeling Brandon's gonna give me shit for this, but the fact that they've never had a unanimous vote, a unanimous player in, is ridiculous. And the fact that Jeter didn't go in unanimously is ridiculous. One guy, bro. One vote that didn't make Jeter unanimous. That's ridiculous, bro. That's petty. The fucking old-ass fucking baseball writers. Wake up, man. Wake up. I'm just saying. Throwing it out there, bro. But anyway. So, yeah, I'm with you, dude. I don't know what they're thinking. Is there like can you go on the Hall of Fame site or something, and do they actually list what people use as criteria, or there's just,
No, I really don't know. I don't know if you have to get a certain amount of yards. Like, Frank Gore, I'm assuming, is going to get in, right? He has he's been in the league for how many years now? And he has how many yards? I mean, I'm assuming, right? I mean, I don't know.
Mahomes will retire before he does, I think.
Dude, people are calling Mahomes already the best quarterback ever already. So, yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame already.
I think Mahomes will be probably the greatest quarterback ever when it's all said and done. Yeah.
Okay, so let me. Okay, all right. So do you think? And this isn't about champion. I'm just going to use this as a barometer for this conversation. Do you think any other quarterback, and I'll say quarterback because that's what everybody spotlights as far as the winning. Other players can have as many rings as other people too, but I'm just saying. Do you believe another player or a quarterback will ever have 7 titles again?
Patrick Mahomes. This kid's 24 years old, already went to 2 Super Bowls, bro.
But he only won one of them, so he already lost one opportunity to have that number 2. I'm not saying it can't happen, but dude, 7, that's insane, bro. I mean, he has more championships than some teams than multiple teams combined. He has more titles than some of these fucking Hall of Fame quarterbacks combined. I mean, it's tough. 7 championships, dude. 7. You're talking that Mahomes is going to go to 7 Super Bowls. That's just to win 7. I'm not talking. That's not count the 10 that Brady went to. So you're saying Mahomes will get to at least 7 Super Bowls. I'm not saying he's going to win them all or 8 because he'd have to be 8 to win 7 because he already lost 1. So okay. All right.
He has the best chance because
Kansas City will never have the defense that Belichick put in New England, by the way. So let's just and listen. As good of a coach as Andy Reid is, he ain't Bill Belichick. So let's kind of calm down with that a little bit.
I agree. I don't disagree with that at all.
Those little comments right there is why people keep thinking that Tom Brady is a unanimous GOAT right there, and they don't take in the other factors of why Brady went to 10 Super Bowls. Let's just call it for what it is. Okay.
Right. But he left New England his first year and led his new team to Super Bowl and won it.
Yeah, went to a pretty decent defense. He went to Mike Evans, Godwin, Antonio Brown, Cameron Braid. I'm sorry. He cried for Rob Gronkowski to come back.
Same team
he had Leonard Fournette in the backfield, Shady McCoy, Ronald Jones Jr., and still wanted more.
Same team from last year, though. Same Tampa Bay had the same team minus Gronk and Brady.
Listen, bro, Tom Brady is the same crybaby that LeBron James is in the NBA, bro.
Again, Tampa Bay, same team last year minus Brady and Gronk.
Okay.
Antonio Brown.
They didn't do shit. Antonio Brown. And Leonard Fournette. And what about Leonard Fournette? What about Antoine Winfield Jr.? What about Antoine Winfield Jr.?
First of all, Fournette didn't even have a good season. He came on late too. So let's not act like he had a dominant year. Because at one point he wasn't even the starter. He wasn't the starter for them. Jones was. So let's not act like Fournette came in.
Okay, bro, listen. This is where the confusion comes in. Who was the Buccaneers quarterback last year? Winston, right? And they won 7 games, right? They won 7 games. They won 7-9. And the Bucs were 11-5. So yeah, I'll give you that. Brady is 4 games better than Jameis Winston. That's nothing. But come on, bro. Stop saying that conversation. They're the same team. Of course, bro. Brady's a great player. My only argument is that he's not the greatest of all time. I think LeBron James is the greatest player in our league right now, but I don't think he's the greatest of all time.
Oh, Jordan is. That's all.
I think Tom is the best quarterback in the league now, but he's not the greatest of all time. That's a difference.
You know, maybe
people who think that Brady is the best of all time. I don't expect you guys to actually know where I'm coming from with that conversation. Oh, but they were the same team. Yeah, but they had Jameis Winston, bro. It's not even the same. It's not even close. Of course, Brady's gonna make that team better. Come on, bro.
Dominate with that team and take them to the Super Bowl.
Just be logical, bro. Just be a little bit logical.
It is completely logical.
Of course, they're gonna win more games with Brady than Winston, bro. Stop being dumb.
You think that they expected to go to the Super Bowl and win it in their look?
I hope so. With everything they brought in for this guy, I hope.
But everything, Fournette and Gronk. That's it.
Who was the bro in the NFC? First of all, the NFC.
And Gronk did a lot of blocking this year. Let's not act like Gronk.
In the NFC roster wise, who was better than the Bucs? Roster wise, with all the players they added.
And let's not forget, Gronk didn't even have a productive season.
Without dodging the question, bro. Who is the who had a better?
I don't have that information in front of me right now, nigga. That's not the point, though. That's not the point.
Alex, who had a better roster
than Tampa? You know what I think you hate?
Who had a better roster than Tampa?
The only thing that I would say is competitive is New Orleans.
I was just going to say New Orleans.
Competitive. That's it.
And he whooped their ass too. I think this is the thing with you.
Well, the quarterback.
I think you hate crowning somebody the best when they're still fucking playing. Because a lot of people believe that that's one of those crowns you get after you retire. Okay, he was the best ever. Bro, but you don't want to admit that this guy's the best ever while he's still playing.
Tom is the best quarterback in the league now. I just don't think he's the greatest of all time.
Now, Tom is not the best quarterback in the league right now.
You don't think so?
No, of course not.
Who's better than him?
Mahomes is better than him in the league.
Think so?
Yeah.
I give it to Brady. Don't get me wrong. But I just think he's the greatest of all time in our entire league.
I think he is in the history of the NFL. He's the greatest quarterback. You could even give him might even be the greatest fucking player to ever play in the NFL, dude. The guy has numbers and the titles and the longevity, and you can't argue with that. You can't argue that. There's guys that are better than him at throwing the ball. Okay, fine, but that doesn't give them the whole. Dude, Marino is. I will never see another person throw a ball like Marino did ever. But
I'm taking Tom. Listen, bro. I'm taking Marino over Tom any day of the week. Building a team around, I'm taking Marino any day. Sorry.
We're all entitled to our own opinions, bro. That's what makes this country great, bro. Makes this country great. So there you go.
Nowadays, no. Nowadays, you have to be careful.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking ridiculous. All right, so I guess he's not gonna make it. And we didn't get into, we did a little Panther bullshit, but that's fine. I'm gonna save this last segment for when we get Justin on because it was his idea, kind of, and so I wanna have everybody available for that. I wanna go around. What I said about my little texting thing. If you guys can figure out what I was trying to say, you know how many times I text you something, you're like, what the fuck did you say, bro? I have no idea what you just said. You gave me a fucking headache. I get headaches reading my own shit. That's my voice to text is illiterate.
So you're not gonna do that segment. You're not gonna do the funny.
I want everybody available. I want the whole crew available, so I can go to each everybody. It's fun. I want to include everybody on it. And again, he was mainly the one who brought it up to me, so I thought it'd be.
So do a one-on-one segment with him tomorrow, just edit it in.
For what? No, I'm not doing editing, and no more editing. I'm tired of editing already. You drove me nuts. You're fucking last week. I hate editing, bro. I don't want to edit ever again, bro, because of you. It was annoying. All right, so Now, 6 months before? How many months before when's the draft? April what?
Oh, April 29th.
So, I mean, as far as the rest, as the coming shows come, people we'll touch on the off-season stuff. We'll tap free agency. As we get closer to the draft, we'll address that. Let's see if the Heat can, pick it up. Maybe we'll have something to talk about with them if they make the playoffs, which is the NBA. Everybody makes the fucking playoffs. Hopefully the Panthers will continue to, perform well, and we can talk about that as well. We can have some fucking lively Panther talks like we did last week because that shit was fun. That shit was crazy when you went off. But the football season is over, folks. That's not the only thing that's over. This show is going to be over in a few minutes. So I hope everybody enjoyed our football stuff that we had this year. I hope we were able to bring you the information you guys wanted. Because come next year, we're going to do it again when the football season starts. But obviously, this isn't just a football show. So hopefully, as the weeks come, the new shows will be bringing some new things to you guys. And got to make this shit a little more interactive. So out there, if you got any topics, anything you want to hear us talk about, let us know. And you can do that at the My One Cent Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, My One Cent Podcast Gmail, YouTube. Hit subscribe, review. Do it 3-4 times. It only helps the show. Merch. And thank you to we have a new subscriber, which I don't know who the fuck you are because for some reason people don't want to know who, subscribe to your fucking thing. So thank you. And thank you for those who have bought merchandise. Got a couple sales. Appreciate it. Let's get that face out there. One's going to Virginia. So my face is going to be roaming around the snow fucking caps of Virginia in the next few weeks. So shout out to those guys, to those who have purchased some merchandise. The link will be at the bottom like always. And gentlemen, anything on the way out?
Okay. Sure.
Perfect. That's the way to end the show, right? Silent. Good show, guys, like always. Thanks for coming on, and we'll see you guys next week. And